Hello and welcome back to Venture Vibes, Management Theories Redefined. In this video, we will be discussing about the nature of management, that is, management in the form of science, management as an art, and management as a profession. So, this video will be divided into three parts. The first part will deal with management as a science, the second part with management as an art, and the third video will talk about management as a profession. So, before moving ahead, if you like the content that we are creating, please do like, share, and subscribe, and do give your comment in the comment section. Thank you. Now, moving ahead with the nature of management, as we have talked about, nature of management can be understood in three dimensions, that is, science, art, and profession. So, for this particular video, we'll be discussing management as a science. So, now we'll try to understand management as a science in the form of first, we'll try to learn about what is the science, then, we'll try to understand what are the characteristics of science that are there in relevance with the respect to the management, and can we term management as a perfectly a science or not. So now let's quickly begin with management as a science. So if we try to understand the definition of the science, science is an systematic enterprise that builds and organizes knowledge in the form of testable explanations and prediction about the universe. So now we are knowing about science in terms of it is a systematic enterprise. So something which is carried out in a very systematic way that builds and organized knowledge. So now let's consider the example of the experiments that are conducted in the laboratories. So now we are talking about the chemistry, and in chemistry there are experiments being conducted. So that experimentation will result in some particular outcome, and that outcome can be termed as something related to the knowledge which is more applicable universally across the world. And that is what more about the science. So something that is helping in terms of building theories or building knowledge which is testable, that is after experimentation, that can be proved, and the explanations and the prediction about the universe, so that is more of science. Second point on the science talk about, it relies on empirical evidences and scientific method, a process of observation, experimentation, and analysis to understand the natural world. So now when we try to talk about the theories that are being developed based on science, it is more of empirical evidence, that is, past data is there, and based on that past data the experiments are being conducted, and based on the past learning something is derived in the future. And there can be different methods, like observation can be there, experimentation can be there, there can be analysis for the anything that is happening in the natural world. So that is second point with respect to understanding of the science. Now, moving ahead with the third point, that is, science encompasses a wide range of disciplines from physics and biology to psychology and sociology, each contributing to deeper understanding of specific aspect of reality. Now, over here, the importance of understanding the disciplines of the sciences, that science can be a pure science like physics, chemistry, or biology, or it can be more of a human science or a social science where we are talking about psychology and sociology. So now we'll try to understand based on this parameter, or based on the points that we have covered with respect to management as a science, we'll try to understand the characteristics of science with respect to the management. Now, moving ahead, we'll try to compare the management features and the science features so that we can get the clarity about whether the management is a science or not. So, first feature that we are trying to compare with science and management is systematic body of knowledge. Now, when we talk about systematic body of knowledge, principles of the science are derived based on observations and experimentation that describe an cause and effect relationship. So we can talk about that it is having more of systematic body of knowledge, whereas management theories are developed by the practitioners over a period of time. Hence, both science and management is having a systematic body of knowledge. So, the first feature of the science is being approved in the management as well. Talking about the second feature, that is principle based on observation and experimentation. Though the science experiments are carried out in a controlled setting, management it's not true 100%. Management deals with a human science, and human behavior cannot be predicted accurately. So the second feature is partially there with respect to the science and management in terms of its commonness. Third is universal validity. Now, scientific principle have a universal validity, but the management principle need to be modified as per the scenario and the situation prevailing in the businesses. So that is what, with respect to the understanding of the features of science and management, we can term that management is a systematic body of knowledge which is having some derivation based on some practices which is being carried out since so many years, and it may be partially universally valid, but at a certain point of time it need to be modified as per the situation and the scenario that are prevailing. As we reach to the last slide of the video, where we are talking about the conclusion of management as a science. So, after understanding science and management as a science, it can be simply identified that the management has a features of science. So, science encompasses a wide range of disciplines from physics and biology to psychology and sociology, each contributing to a deeper understanding of specific aspect of reality. But management is not a pure science like physics and chemistry. It is more about a social science that tries to understand the human behavior in an organization. So, here, when we talk about management, management is also having the characteristics of the science, but it is also having different disciplines from which management is being derived. But the thing is, management cannot be termed as in pure science. Like a pure science, we have everything which is universally acceptable. But management, the things may differ as per the time and as per the human behavior, as it is dealing with the social science, and hence management cannot be 100% considered as a science, but partially management has characteristics of science and it is being widely accepted, so management can be termed as an science. Hope you found this video useful. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please do drop your suggestions and feedback in the comment section so that we can improve further, and we'll try to provide you better understanding of the management concepts only at Venture Vibes Management Theories Redefined. Thank you for watching this video till end. Thank you.